Hey guys, I'd like to discuss our newest attachment system, and that is our spider wraps. Now, I'll show you a little bit closer what they look like here, and then we will discuss some of the key features. When you receive your spider wraps, you will actually receive two sets of these. And the reason is you're going to attach at the top of your limb pocket, the bottom of your limb pocket. If you're trying to attach to traditional gear, you'll attach at the top of the decoy or the top of the limb and the bottom limb. If you're trying to attach to crossbows, you will attach one side to the limb, the other side to the limb, and we will go into great detail about how each one of those is attached later in the video. But I'd like to discuss some of the reasons why we came up with this. So over the years, probably virtually about our only complaint, and that has been the noise of our Velcro straps with using the decoys in the field. Now, personally, it's never been a problem for me. I've always just played it. I've been cognizant that I was going to make a little bit of sound, so I've attached ahead of time. But regardless, we've had a few requests to make a quieter system. Now, this system does have hook on the top of here, but using it in the field becomes super silent because you can attach it directly to the decoy, and then all you have to do to attach it to your bow is silently wrap the ties around and secure it to the bow. Or there's a couple of different options that you can do, but that makes it virtually silent. Another benefit to this is the fact that it is super strong. So you will have an extremely hard time once this is attached to your bow and to the decoy. If you're walking through the brush, you won't be able to hit the decoy and strip it off of there. Before, we've had a little bit of a weakness that if you caught it on the limb, it could rip and make a little bit of sound there. These are extremely hard to rip off once they are attached to the bow. That's fantastic. Another wonderful feature to this is stability. And I will discuss that in a little bit more depth, which we've always been decent in these areas, but we have improved upon those greatly. If you have a bow similar to my bear here that has a wide knuckle, it's never been a problem with the decoy being stable in there. However, if you have a bow that is very curved or very narrow, like this one here, there could be a little issue because you're putting something flat on the front, which can cause it to rock. But our spider wraps now allow you additional stability on the side. But let me discuss some key features. Like I said, it's super simple. You're just going to wrap, if you're attaching to a compound, you can do it one of two ways. You can stick it directly to the back of the decoy first, so that you have a large Velcro patch on the back of the decoy. You can attach it first, and then in the field, if you want to be completely silent, you can reach in there, wrap it on. Another way that you can do it is go ahead and attach these to the bow first. Then when you're ready to attach the decoy, you just stick it on. If both ways are silent, basically both ways are silent until you want to take the decoy off. If you want to take the decoy off and leave these on your bow, you're obviously going to have to rip the Velcro apart. But if you want to just remove this from your bow, the attachment and the decoy from your bow, you're completely silent. So it's totally up to you. But let me discuss a couple of features. Now, I won't go into great detail on how to run this through your bow, how to wrap it around. Every bow is completely different. The way that they look up here near the limb pocket, what you're going to be wrapping around, what you're going to be going through, tons of different options. But I am going to point out a couple of key elements that apply to all. Now, one thing that you do want to make sure, let me try and bring this up here to you. I only have it attached here at the top, but one thing that you're going to want to do is try and wrap it around as much as you possibly can. Make as much contact with the bow, twist it around, whatever it is, that adds stability and doesn't allow it to twist. What we have found with customers in the past with our Velcro strap system is that they sometimes will just try and run it through and wrap it, say, like this, which will allow your bow to stay in the middle and twist. However, if you can run this through and you can truly wrap it around, wrap it on, hook it onto something, whatever the situation is, we always told customers to use the breast cancer ribbon with our Velcro strap, and that just allows contact in it and allows it to stay that much more stable. Same thing with this. If you can twist it, if you can grab it, if you can hook it, whatever the scenario is, it's going to make it that much more secure. Just don't try and run it through here, wrap it on the back, because it could allow twisting. The greater amount of contact you can have, the more stable your decoy will be. The second element is stability once the decoy is attached. Now, if you're going to attach it to a bow that has a real wide knuckle, it's a null point, because that decoy will sit flat on it, and it's not a problem. If you try and attach it, like I said, to a bow like this that is very narrow, it can be a problem. The wonderful thing is, if you're attaching here, you're probably not going to have a lot of the tie left over, just because it's having to go around something very wide. However, if you're going on something narrow, you are going to have a bunch left over. And here's what I like to do. This is fantastic. You will have an additional bit of it left over. And I like to bring it out as little wings here and stabilize the decoy. And let me show you what I mean by that. So if we take this away, the decoy has a little bit of ability to rock here. However, if I spin these back right here and make contact, the decoy has far less ability to move. Yeah, I mean, you're perfectly stable. So that's another key feature there. So try and grab a hold as much as you can when you're wrapping it through, and if you want additional stability, keep the decoy from twisting, use the little wings. We say make a W and add a little bit more stability. Now, before I go into discussing the other bows and how to attach to those, if you are curious as to what attachment system is best for you, we have our new spider reps, we have our straps that we have always used, and we also have our quick releases, quick connects. Each one of those have benefits and drawbacks depending on what your preference is. If you're looking for speed of attachment, then it is definitely our quick connects. If you're looking for stability and quietness, it would be this system. If you're looking for a great overall system that kind of falls in the middle, it might be our straps. But there might be something that is extremely important to you, say speed or stability or quietness, whatever it is. We have charts on our website that will help you identify which system is best for you. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call, and let's discuss how they attach to the other equipment. Now, traditional equipment with our spider reps is insanely easy. I don't have this bowstring here, but you get the idea. All I have done is attach the spider wrap and twist it down as tight as I can. The nice rubber on here will allow grip, plus, as you guys all know, the bows usually get larger as they go this direction, so it'll allow a little bit of compression there. But I've just twisted it down as tight as I could on there, and then I took the extra, moved it around so I could have the little bit of stability on the decoy. I'm going to do that at the top, I'm going to do that at the bottom, and you're good to go. It's that simple. The nice thing about this is that you can actually offset our decoys at an angle, offset the decoys, turn them to an angle if you like to cant the bow. You have a lot of real estate on the back of each one of our decoys to move it around for you traditional archers. But extremely simple, extremely quick, and extremely quiet. Now, let's discuss how our spider wraps attach to crossbows. Keep in mind that it's almost the exact same thing as attaching it to a compound. I mean, everybody knows it's like this. Now we just went like that. Same principles. You want to run it through. You want to make as much contact with the bow as possible. If you have additional left over, you can use it for stability. You can use it on the top, or maybe twist both of them to the bottom if you want additional stability on the bottom. But you just need to find a good balance point for the decoys. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but on each side of the shooting window, there is also a loop here, and that is where you're going to attach the crossbow, or I'm sorry, attach the decoy to the crossbow. One thing that you have to do is make sure that you position it exactly perfectly so that the bolt does not come in contact with the decoy. You need to find the balance point, what's nice for it. You can use the additional extra part of the tie to stabilize it if you need to, but super simple. And I do want you to keep in mind that our decoys do not attach to reverse draw crossbows. If it's a standard crossbow, then you're just fine. But again, you just need to get your crossbow, work with it, play with it, test it a little bit, see what works best for you. Super simple and super effective. Feel free to check out our full line of Stalker decoys at ultimatepredatorgear.com.